Hi guys, this is Chris Morton from binaryoptions.net.au and welcome to another binary options tutorials video. In this video I'll be going through the best trading times for binary options and also I'll be outlining the times in the various time zones across the world, that being in the UK, Europe time of GMT, ET, which is the USA, North America time zone, and Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is obviously in the Australian time zone. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'll be explaining what the best trading times are for binary options, specifically in the three main time zones being Europe, America, and Australia. So breaking up the various assets into two main groups. I've got group one being shares, commodities, and indices, and group two being Forex or currencies. So the reason I've broken up in two groups is that in group one, there really are individual trading hours per asset due to the geographical location of their exchange. So for example, you can only trade the Australian Stock Exchange or the ASX indices from 10 AM to 4 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in America and want to trade that, obviously you've got to convert that time zone back to yours. Another example is Facebook can only be traded between 9 AM and 4 PM, which is on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. So if you are targeting specific stocks or shares or specific indices that only are traded in certain times, commodities are a bit more like Forex, where they are offered across the various time zones, but they're more closer to group one. And then there's going to be group two, which is Forex or currencies. So this is all the Forex pairs. There's no central exchange or no centralized exchange. They're traded 24/5, so basically from Monday to Friday. They open, you can start trading Forex from opens 9 o'clock Sunday GMT time and closes 9 o'clock GMT time Friday. You'll find, especially in binary options, that Forex is probably the most traded assets. So when to trade binary options? So here I've got the four main markets being Sydney, Tokyo, London, and New York, and also their corresponding times. So if you're in the USA time zone or Australian time zone or the Europe time zone, these are the best times to trade those particular markets. So for example, if you want to trade the Sydney market and you're in the US, it's going to be between 5 PM and 2 AM. In Australia between 8 and 4, Europe between 10 and 7. If you're based in Australia and you want to trade, say, the New York Stock Exchange, it's going to be between midnight and 8 in the morning. So that's if you're targeting a specific time zone, but you're in a different locale. So just keep that in mind. Also note that GMT is +0. So for example, Australian Eastern Standard Time is GMT +10 and ET time is -5 GMT. So moving on, what are the best trading times? So this is what I'll probably have the most asked question. I get emailed to me or posted in the comments of a lot of my videos is asking me, when are the best trading times? People also want to know this if they have a signal service. When is the best time to accept signals from a signal service or to put on their trading robot? So here again, I've broken down to the table. So the best trading times are when markets overlap. This is because there is more volatility and trade liquidity in the market. So price moves in a clear up and down direction in these particular overlapping markets. Also note, it's best to target the open or the close of a session or when a market overlaps. These are going to be the best times to get clear trends. So again, I've broken this down into the various markets where they overlap. So there's New York, London, Sydney, Tokyo, London, Tokyo, and then depending on where you are in the world, you want to target those times. So if you're in Australia, you want to target 3 main zones. That's being the New York, London. So that's between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. So that's probably not the best, as most people be in bed in Australia. You're probably better off targeting the Sydney, Tokyo and the London, Tokyo. That's between 10 and 5 and 7 and 8. Conversely, for Americans, you probably want to target the New York, London, which is pretty much when you wake up till midday. You probably might also want to target the Sydney, Tokyo if you're doing like night trading sessions. For Europe, probably the best time zone is between London, Tokyo, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and also maybe the 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. Okay, so moving on. What are the best trading times for popular Forex pairs? I highly recommend, actually, especially when you're new, really just targeting 1 or 2 currency pairs, probably ones that are the most traded. And then as you get more experience, then go on to actually introducing or studying, getting to know more Forex pairs. Your strategy might be involved, particularly where you are in the world, if you're actually going to make time to actually trade that pair seriously. So I've broken this down into top 3 Forex pairs at the moment. The pound, US dollar, Euro USD, the Aussie, Japan. So if you want to trade the Aussie, Japan, and you're in Australia, you're going to have to, the best time is between 11, pretty much the midnight session. For the Euro USD, between midnight and 3, and the pound USD between midnight and 3. That's for Aussies. It's better time zones for the States and America. That's because there's more people in the world. There's more people trading in those locales. So for Australians, the best trading times are actually in the night. But you can target, other assets in the day, or try and target maybe the open of the Australian market and the close of the Australian market when it overlaps maybe the Tokyo Open. So what are the hours where volatility is the highest? So this is basically when there is the most action in any given hour in the day. So these are the 5 most popular Forex pairs, and as you'll see, pretty much when it's the London and New York Open, when they're overlapping, you're finding that that's the most popular hours to trade. So yeah, I highly recommend formulating your strategies to target those particular hours. So what are the best strategies for specific times? So for breakout or swing trading, which is your put or call options, the best times are for Aussies between midnight and 4. This is again when the 2 biggest markets overlap, New York and London. For Americans, it's between 8 in the morning and midday, and for Europeans, it's between 1 in the afternoon till close their time. For range trading, this is when the markets are a bit thin, and the bigger markets like the New York are closed, and there's only a few of the smaller markets open, so there's not as many people in the market. So you find that this is when your range trading, or in binary option terms, your touch no touch are better tools to profit from. So for Americans, this is between 4 in the afternoon till midnight. For Europeans, it's between 9 o'clock in the morning. You can see how it's late, almost at midnight in America, but for Australia, it's pretty much the meat of your day. Between 7 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon is when you actually find it's better to do touch no touch trading. So this might be a good insight for all you Aussie traders out there new to binary options, to maybe give the no touch binary options a go through the day and trade your puts and calls in the evening. So what are the popular trading times for commodities? So there you have it there. For Aussies, for gold, silver and oil, it's all pretty much, there's always a market open It's pretty much a bit like Forex. It's always open. Okay, so some considerations to think about when thinking about what are the best times to trade. So avoid or consider avoiding thin trading times when markets are not overlapping. So, for example, this is between, say, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. American ET time. This is when New York is closed. This is when probably the market is at its thinnest. Consider avoiding the Sunday night session and also the Friday session as well, as usually everyone's got their positions sort of sorted out for the weekend. So yeah, again, the markets are probably going to be not really spiking in any clear direction where you can profit from. It's going to be more of your range market. You may want to consider avoiding news when news is about to come out, as this might skew the natural pattern of that day's trading. Unless, of course, you're actually targeting a specific news announcement, then yeah, of course, go for it. But if you're not actually targeting particular news, it's good to note as that you might get some weird results on that particular day's trading that you don't normally get. So please consider that. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. If this is one of the first times you've actually watched one of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. It's like bookmarking my website or bookmarking my YouTube channel. So every time I upload a new video, you're going to be notified in your YouTube channel that, yep, Chris has uploaded a new video, and you can go out and watch that. Also, I recommend, if you've actually just come across this video, is to go back and watch some of my earlier videos in my binary option tutorial series. You're going to get some good insights, especially if you're new to binary options, on what are the best brokers and the best signal services to use, plus some of the best strategies out there. Okay, so until next time, may all your trades be profitable.